Hello everyone, my name is Chris David. I'm in the CIT 336 class and we are working on Enhancement 1. So I'm here to show you what I've worked on and what I've been able to code and accomplish. So I'll actually start out on a template page just so you can see. This is just a basic template. There's not a whole bunch to it except for a header, navigation, a content placeholder, and a footer. There's a background there that I used to cover CSS style, and it worked out pretty well. It's not very heavy. I was expecting to have a big old background that would take a while to load up, but it was pretty smooth. And then I'll switch over here to our home page. I utilized the template. As you can see, the header's the same, so is the navigation, and then the footer. The content inside, I used that placeholder tag for the header, H1, and then I was able to implement the images and the style that we were told to emulate from the images on our assignment. I was able to get everything all set up and have it react responsively. And I can show you that here. I'll just go ahead and inspect. That's how I double check. I do have other tabs up here for responsiveness that you can check for different mobile phones, which is kind of neat in Chrome. But I'll just go ahead and stick with my responsive setting there. And as you can see, this folded inward a little bit different than the full screen. I have these elements overlapping now, one on top of the other, and then I have this opaque block here that was placed over the image. That really helps. It pops out the images a little bit, so I kind of like that design for the responsive. As you get smaller, you can see that my font and the elements actually respond to the size change. And I have it programmed, have it coded, I should say, for iPhone size on up, about 300 pixels. And then my monitor is actually over 2,000 pixels, which is why I'm able to have the website actually full screen on this side of the monitor. But that is my responsive web page there, and the template also was responsive from the beginning before I even started that home page. So kind of neat. It's a nice little refresher from the other classes here. So it's kind of fun. It's always nice to actually get in there and do things from scratch, which we pretty much did. We did get a folder with images and obviously the template here we're supposed to follow by the images that we were given in the assignment. So other than that, I do want to show you what I did here. I have my home page and template page, but I also did extracted the header and extracted the navigation and the footer to their own PHP page. And that way I was able to also incorporate the PHP include tags, which will allow the header, the navigation, and the footer to be loaded once across the site. And so when you go to the other pages, this has already been loaded up in the browser, and it cuts down on loading speeds and processing speeds. So it really helps out with just making everything quicker. So I went ahead and did that, and some tools I used to validate my local files are actually this web developer plugin. And so if I click on this while I'm on my home page that we coded, I'm able to go ahead and validate HTML, CSS. I'm able to do a whole bunch of things here. I'm going to validate my local HTML just so you can see that it validates. There's no errors, which is what we're looking for. And then if I do that again for the CSS, you'll be able to see that's a valid CSS level 3. No errors found. Another tool I found very helpful is this YSlow plugin. This helps me grade my page to see what recommendations are out there. I actually use this for my other projects. And it also allows me to see, if I run this test, what weight my page is. And so if I go over to statistics, I actually can see that my total weight is only 117. So that's pretty good. We're in good shape there. Definitely lower than what the rubric wanted us to be, which is 400. And so I'm going to run that one more time. Just wanted to also show you this tool just so you can see it. We have different grades for different elements in here. So it's kind of helpful to be able to see what they recommend to actually be able to apply it to your code. Other than that, that's where we're at with this enhancement. I'm sure we'll be able to continue on and improve on other pages for this website. And I look forward to being able to do that. And I guess I will see you next time with the next page.